Hey Kaley, uh, this is in response to you sending me that email from last early last week when you wanted me to send you wanted where my rough cut was. Well, I'm about to give you my rough cut, a minute version. In 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 my movie, I play a a a a professional wrestler that had to retire due due to due to a due to a due to a severe paralysis paralysis injury that injured, paralyzed me below below the hips and also gave me 35% use of my of my left I mean of my right arm. And but and I the premise of the the backstory of the movie is me and my wife, which I hope to be you. You see, you you you're you're an educated wanna be law student. You're like you're like you're like uh 25 at you no you're like 19 at the time, and you and you bump and you bump into me w- with my 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 jalopy of a man of 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 the van breaks down right outside of your North Carolina coffee shop, and I I I go into the coffee shop where you having to be sitting behind sitting behind the counter cashing cashing your previous uh cashing your previous um customer out. Well, I c- I come I come sitting I come a body double for me comes comes wa- comes walking in, sits down and real cocky like, I say, hey, good looking, how about getting that nice caboose over here? Uh, and you say coming, well, right da- right under the bar is the cold water, and and you fill up a 16-ounce glass of cold water, and then you throw it in my face, and you say, "Listen, you son of a bitch, I'm I'm a lady. You'll treat me with respect." And I'm like, "Gee, sorry, I just got lost in my gimmick. I'm gonna be a professional professional wrestler one day," and you're like, "Yeah, sure you are," and I'll be the Queen of Sheba. Yeah, well, yeah, I will. And when and when I do, I'll come back and and when when I do, I'll I'll come back and I'll do something special for you. And you're so cocksure that I won't. You say, if you do that, you come back here and I'll marry you right on the spot as soon as you walk in here. Well, a couple a couple years later, I come back with 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 about 3 world titles, and you said, "Well, hot damn, you did it." And since 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 you say I'm often I'm I'm orphaned except for a sister whom whom I whom I barely talk to, and and I've always I've always wanted to get out of this hick town. You're you're my ticket out you're my ticket out of here, and and on and on and on and on our wedding night, our daughter Tessa, who is gonna be cast as Tessa Blanchard, but on our wedding night, our daughter's conceived, and but what you don't know about that, uh, in the in the in the years interim, I w- I was married once before, but I tell you, I just before we get married, I I tell you, and you say, "Well, are you divorced now?" And I say, "Yeah." And so you see, I see no problem with that. And so everything's swimmingly until fifth in, until a couple until a couple years later, where because you refuse to watch any of my wrestling matches. Even though I've said to you, honey, many times, I said to you, honey, it's scripted. But you say, well, it's scripted. Yeah, but the injuries aren't scripted. And I very cockily say, hey, I'm the Bay City, I'm the Bay City Brawler. Nothing bad's gonna happen to me. I got the four cornermen to kind of to kind of to kind of help me. You know, they're my backup to make sure that I don't get hurt. Only every, on that night, everybody's either sick, hurt, or doing other house shows, and my and my regular entourage can't come down to the ring, and I say, well, nothing bad will happen to me, but the first I give him a chop, and then the first and then the first move off of the and then the first move off of the ropes, he slings my opponent slings my character into the ropes, and the first move off of the rope, he picks me up into a into a pow, into a power bomb into a neck breaker power bomb position, and I and during during in the middle of the move, he sneezes, and and he drops me full force, and I get paralyzed from 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 the waist down. And the first time you hear about it is on is on is on the 11 o'clock news. Is 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 on, and you feel so guilty. Damn, I should have watched. Or damn, I should have went. Damn, I should have went. At least I could have walked down. At least I could have walked down the aisle with with my with with my with my husband one time, because previously I said, honey, when I retire, the last time I walked down to the ring to announce my retirement will be the first time that you're introduced to to my kingdom that I rule. And backtracking for a second to our daughter is is professional wrestler Tessa Blanchard, because I've done many emails to Tessa about this about about this about this script, either either on my computer or on my friend's cell phone, and she can't wait for 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 the for the for the financing to come through. So, and you might want to wait until October, or if you don't want to just just type in ty- type in on your computer WWE, I mean W no WCW Ric Flair matches and promos, and that's the character that my character, the Bay City Brawler, will be will be based on. So there's the synopsis. Uh, you 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 can you can either you can you can you can either do that, and I know you have my 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 email, because I sent that to every thing that I've tagged to you, or you or, or you can wait until Thursday, because I mean a week from next Thursday, and you can send me and you can you can send me uh, a email. But I do advise you to 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 go to go and look in look in the the W the WCW archive to get a to, to get a to get a better handle on the the the, the character that my character will be. I'm not saying st- I'm not gonna say stealing. I'm just gonna say honoring, by honoring him by taking a little bit of the Nature Boy's magic as as a, as an inspiration, because Rick Rick Flair is is my is one of my one, one of my wrestling idol. The other, of course, is Hulk Hogan, and I know you know who Hulk Hogan is because I know you've done a lot. I know you've done some 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 work with some work some work with some work with Terry. So that that's my pitch, and and attached is and and attached to this video is 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 a is a is is the outline. It's about a, a 2 paragraphs long, I would say, or maybe 2.5. It's not that long to read. Believe me, it's much shorter than one of the Big Bang Theory scripts. You you could you could probably read that in 5 minutes. I mean, my my movie my, my movie outline. Well, talk to you when I talk to you, Kaley, and I hope you agree to do to be a part of my little enterprise. Talk to you when I talk to you, Kaley. I want I I want to knock pinata. I want to knock pinata, and you said yourself that you wanted somebody to knock pinata. So I'll be more than happy to, to help you knock pinata. Well, I hope you in I hope you enjoy what I'm gonna send you. Talk to you when I talk to you, Kaley. Bye.